Good evening, ma'am. This is my video submission for our refresher course midterms. These are my questions for set 1, and for this video I'll be answering number 1 first, and then there will be one clip each for each question. For set 1, question number 1, what is the value of log with base x to the power of x with its exponent multiplied with another x? Before we begin, let's explain. We know that when exponents are multiplied like this, it means to add, and that we know when in logarithms, if they have exponents, we will move it to the front. To answer number 1, number 2, round off 7.65 into two significant figures. So what we will do here is we will round it off, and we will stop at where we reach from the left to the right. We will reach the point of having two significant figures. Number 3 is a similar question to number 2, but instead of rounding it off, we will count instead how many significant digits there are in this number. In this number, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits, but the rule in significant digits is that zeros to the left are never significant, so we only have these as the significant numbers. Number 4 is a factoring question where we have to factor it in such a way that when we multiply the factors for x squared and 8, when we add them together, we get 6x. Number 5 is the last question for set 1, and it is a question where we have to solve for the roots of two simultaneous equations. And to solve for that, we will be using a mode in the scientific calculator and inputting the coefficients to get the roots. This is the function of this scientific calculator, where by inputting the coefficients of the two simultaneous equations, we can get the roots of both x and y. So to make it work, or to run the function, we will press the equals, and here we have x squared is equal to 9 and y squared is equal to 4. So the final answer for this question, we will square the answers we get from the calculator. So we have x is equal to 9 and y equal to 4. So the final answers are square roots of 9 and 4, which are 3 and 2, plus minus. Here are the questions for set 2, 5 for this set, and we will start with number 1, which is how many gallons are there in 10 cubic meters of liquid? 2, what we will do is we will convert 10 cubic meters to gallon, but to do that we will first convert 10 cubic meters to liter to gallon, where 1 cubic meter is worth 1000 liters and 1 gallon is worth 3.785 liters. Here we have converted 10 cubic meters to gallons. 10 cubic meters is equal to 1000 liters per cubic meter, so 10 times 1000 divided by 3.785 liters, because these are how many liters there are in 1 gallon, and cancelling these units we get this amount in gallons. So for 10 cubic meters we get this amount. For number 2, we will find volume. Given the base areas of a frustum of a cone are 25 centimeters squared and 16 centimeters squared respectively, and the altitude given is 6 centimeters, and this is the formula that we will use. Number 3, we will find the volume of a tetrahedron of 10 inches on every side, and this is the formula that we are going to use. A, think of it as side, or in this case 10 inches, so that's 10 inches to the power of 3 over 6 times the square root of 2. That's the formula that we're going to be using. So if you wanted to solve it properly, then yes, you can rationalize it, so to eliminate the radical on the bottom and make it look like this. But if you are short on time and solutions are not required, you can just input it directly into the calculator and you will get this result. Number 4, we will find the volume of a right regular cylinder inscribed inside of a cube where each edge is 10 centimeters, and this is the formula that we're going to be using. And then the values for our radius and our h will come from the 10 centimeters from where our cylinder will be inside of the cube. The reason why this is over 2 is because we want to use the radius, and then if we're going to be thinking of the edges, If we're going to take 10, that's the length of the entire edge, so it can be thought of as a diameter, so we divide it by 2. And since it's a cube, all sides are equal, that's why our height is 10. Once these values are input into the calculator, you get 250. It's up to whoever will solve this problem if they want to have the final answer as 250 pi, or if they want, they could have it 250 times 3.14, or whatever is the agreed upon value of pi, because it has a long value. Number 5, set 2, last question. In a pipe with a thickness of 2 centimeters and inside diameter of 10 centimeters, find the volume of the material with a pipe length of 6 meters. And this is the formula that we will be using. Given thickness 2 centimeters, inside diameter 10 centimeters, big D is 2 centimeters times 2 to get a diameter of 4 centimeters plus the inner diameter of 10 centimeters. So big D is 14 squared and small d is 10 squared.